Good afternoon, everyone. It's Father Neil with my weekly update. It's Thursday, February 4th, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We got a little snow today, and Puxtahani Phil saw his shadow, so we'll have 6 more weeks of winter, which we always have anyway, regardless of how he behaves. But anyway, a lot of things are going on. We have received the information from the Archdiocese about the Lent and Holy Week schedules, and I'll put more of that in detail in another communication. But for now, the standard procedures continue to be the same: 20% capacity in the church, or 20% social physical distancing and masks, and everyone will have to register for all of that. So even Ash Wednesday, when a lot of people walk in for ashes, they will need to register so we can do the contact tracing as best we can. So we will be having masses at 8:30 and 7 p.m., and there'll be some time in the afternoon from 3 to 5 for those who just want to receive ashes. There will be a school mass in the morning, but the school mass will be closed simply to the two classes from the school, so we won't be available then for anything else. So that's going on. We will be doing the same things we normally do for Lent, which we missed last year. We'll have the reconciliation service. We'll have all the RCIA rites of sending and the scrutinies and all those other good things. We'll continue to have some videotape things. So instead of evening prayer services in the church, we're going to try to tape a few things. Deacon Bill has already taped the novena, and he updates that, and we'll also be taping Stations of the Cross. We're not allowed, of course, to have living Stations of the Cross on Good Friday, so I'll just do the station service live that day as well. So, but the first few weeks, the regular weeks in Lent, there'll be just the video that you can access really any day. You don't have to do it on a Friday for the Stations of the Cross, and then we'll have stations in church on Good Friday. And also I'm hoping to do at least one video reflection on spirituality of Lent, and then also to video a rosary for the sorrowful mysteries during Lent as a focus of our prayer life. And again, that will mean that people can access that anytime. So we're learning some new things. Perhaps this is the wave of the future where people won't feel like they have to juggle their schedules and more can be done. We will have the services for Holy Week, but they haven't been finalized yet, and we're not sure which ones we'll be able to live stream yet, but we hope to have that ironed out in the next couple of weeks. First reconciliation is going to take place on the 20th, although we've changed that. I believe I mentioned that last week, so we'll be videoing a service next week to go out to all the families, and then they'll simply come in for individual confession and penance on Saturday the 20th in pre-scheduled times. We are going to have 2 confirmation services. The actual final dates aren't settled. I believe it will be on March 12th at 7 p.m. That's a Friday. That's pretty much standard. And then also we're thinking of having the second one on Saturday the 13th about noon, simply because we have to maintain the limits again of 120 people. There just simply isn't room for the families and the sponsors and all the students in one session. So pastors have been delegated to celebrate the rite of confirmation, and of course we are always delegated by church law to celebrate the sacraments of initiation, confirmation, and Eucharist at the Easter Vigil. So those things will all happen. It'd be nice to get back to somewhat normal. It's not going to be normal yet because obviously we still have some restrictions, but it's certainly better than the fact we did nothing. We're able to do nothing live last year. So that's a positive trend. The vaccine is coming out slowly, it seems like. I do understand there'll be a webinar Monday night put on by the city that shows people the information some faith leaders in the city showing how we can access the vaccine for our senior citizens and all of our other workers and try to get that done. Right now it seems like it's very difficult. The sites that when they do open up for appointments are plugged up pretty quickly or filled up pretty quickly, and right now that's open to only those who are essential workers and those over 65. So once that's done, the more general population will be able to get the vaccine, and that hopefully will help us all down the road. So that's all good news. As far as the parish is concerned, I mentioned last week that the collection is still a concern, and it obviously is. And obviously, I think for a lot of you, that's also true. We are moving into phase 4 of the reopening, although in the city, the mayor has still kept the bars and the restaurants to 25% capacity. But even that should help some of the smaller businesses. We hope that can keep them afloat and provide some financial relief for them. So this weekend and next weekend coming up is the annual Catholic Appeal. Again, I've said that I do believe that charity begins at home, and we certainly need the money, but so does the diocese. This actually goes to a lot of worthy causes, and since their collections are down as well in terms of being able to help the poor and to be able to help the struggling parishes and schools, the annual appeal success is important. So if you have some extra funds that you want to give to the Cardinals' Appeal, please do so. I put in the bulletin on the website, the procedure will be different this year. We will be doing mostly online giving, and during the pledging process in the church, we'll be talking about how that exactly is to be done, including text to give that would get you on your cell phone that would get you to a secure website to give. But if you do that in church, you'll need to bring either a copy of one of your checks or one of your credit cards, because you need to do that all at once. So it might be easier to simply pledge at home, whatever's most convenient. So that's a big deal. It's important. It's coming up, and we've got some other information from the Archdiocese coming soon, hopefully about Renew My Church. I have not yet heard anything about the new pastor. Should be coming out in the next few weeks. I continue to hope each day that we'll hear that soon. We did have our budget meeting for next year, and we did have the priest day with the cardinal. Although those were both virtual, to go over a few other things that are coming up in the future. And there's a lot of parishes that are doing Renew My Church, so we have a lot to sort out. The school, of course, will begin its own budget process. I'll be working with the principal on that in the Office of Catholic Schools, and the business manager and I will be working on the parish budget. Some of the guidelines we haven't had a chance to sort all the way through yet, but we'll get to that, and we'll let you know how that process goes. Enrollment for the school has started up again. For those who are currently registered in the school to come back for next year, we've got some new innovative programs for that. I went to a webinar the other day about increasing marketing and contributions, mostly for the school. Some for the parish, some we can use and some we probably won't. And we are looking forward to getting enrollment back to normal. The hope is that we will be regularly in school with full learning, in-person learning for the fall, and certainly for the faith formation program as well for the public school kids. And we certainly continue to pray that they will be going back to school in person fairly soon, when the city can work that out with safety and work that out between CPS and the teachers union, because those children are falling farther behind. So we want to count our blessings that we are in full in-person learning for those who want to be, and obviously about a third of the kids are still in home e-learning at home. The virtual open house, the first we've ever done, was quite successful this last weekend. It had about 11 families that signed up, and so hopefully they will register their kids. And I think that information is also all online for the neighborhood to view when that happens. So a lot happening, a lot related to the young people, of course, but I'm looking forward to the day when our older people, our seniors, and those who are not connected to the web can come back in person, and we can improve our communication channels. Certainly looking forward to seeing all of you. It looks like I'm over 9 minutes on the timer here, so I should probably cut this off and simply stay safe this weekend. It's going to be quite cold. Check in on your neighbors, and don't overexert yourself with the snow shoveling. No heart attacks. I do make home visits, but I would rather not make those if they can be avoided. So God bless you all. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay warm, and I hope to see you soon.